It's time for the second quarterfinal match. We have Kasper, who finished second in Group H, who's the final remaining participant from Group H in this tournament. And the last remaining Forever Lock Discord member against YOLO Swag, who is the final person from Group B in the tournament. They finished second, but are representing Group B here. Xianggu, the winner of that group, who didn't lose anything in group stage, 6 wins and a draw, lost to Cynthia in the round of 32. It's YOLO Swag that has to uphold
the once peaceful air is now turning
that honor.
At the appearance of such
but it's the birds of Kasper that are looking very good.
The stage is set and the curtain is up.
Seeing Swallow reminds me of the survival battle challenge that I did for Video 500. Swallow and Dodrio turned out to be the most dangerous Pokemon that I faced. It's very surprising.
Its speed rose.
See, the prediction by Twitch chat is that YOLO Swag will be winning. I do a prediction. I stream all of these battles, every single one, for the tournament. And then I have people predict, as the match starts, who's gonna win. And YOLO Swag has the most votes. So let's see if YOLO Swag can make that true. Ooh, Bubble! Big move! Spinder got completely flabbergasted by it. Now they're making it rain because they're thinking about water.
That hurt. Swallow still can't pull off a move. A heated battle is unfolding in the Coliseum.
Swallow has the Guts ability, so it can deal a lot of extra damage with physical moves. But if it's paralyzed, fully paralyzed, it's not going to be able to do much.
A brilliant hit. The move fails. Nicely done. Swallow faces a great deal of pressure. It hits. It's pouring rain in the Coliseum. I wonder how this is going to affect the battle. Skarmory starts to attack. It hits.
Considering Skarmory's at full health, I'm surprised the amount of damage a reversal did earlier, even if it was super effective. It was against a Nosepass too. Nosepass is pretty good defense.
Still can pull off a move. Nosepass uses its move. Oh!
Bit of damage added to Nosepass again.
The battle's outcome is
Obviously, most people will want to see big moves. They want to see flamethrowers. They want to see perhaps rollouts and ice balls, depending on the Pokemon using it. They want to see the major moves. However, little damage does add up over time. You'll mostly see bits of damage. Whether it's a special attacker using a physical move, a physical Pokemon using a special move, just a bunch of medium moves. Perhaps you do get a big move, like Full Tackle, but it's resisted. The damage happens and the damage adds up over time, and that will cause a KO. Already down to 0 PP due to grudge from Nosepass on the previous turn, but the Lepiberry brings it up to 10 again. Score 6-5 for a moment,
It couldn't take it.
but then
It's
Swallow's
down.
down. We are tied again at 5 each. See which Pokeballs each person has selected. Not that it changes their chances, but I'm interested. That's a Nest Ball for Kasper. Which one does YOLO Swag have? It's the regular Pokeball. Ludicolo and Misdreavus. Things with Misdreavus, it's either Misdreavus or Misdreavus. Both can work. I will often look at the origin of the name, and most of the time that helps you figure out how to pronounce it. But if it's the dri part for Misdreavus is dread, then it's Misdreavus. But if it's, there's also ways it can be Dree, like with Dream. Or there was another word, I don't remember. I'm not fully sure on Misdreavus' official pronunciation. I know that a few ways that the pronunciation thing isn't always correct. It's Arceus.
Its defense rose.
Because originally it was supposed to be Arceus. And I believe that's what it was, what it is in Japanese as well. But because Arse is not really a nice word in British English, they decided to change it to Arceus. That's at least what I understand, and that's why it's Arceus and not Arceus. Spinda's the one paralyzed now, not Swallow. Another big move from Skarmory, but they can't make use of it now. It missed. Galare trying to get another Pokemon paralyzed, but that didn't work either. Spinda, you're a bit late with the Fake Out, but that's supposed to be used in your first attack.
Chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory? Misdreavus uses its move.
Misdreavus up against defenses, that can be nice. Misdreavus does have 2 immunities, so... And I think... How many things are not very effective against Ghost? Bug? Poison, I believe? Might be it. Belly Drum for Ludicolo. That's a very risky move, considering it costs you half of your health. And then you still need to use a physical move to even make use of it. And that effectively gets quadrupled in power. But you also have special moves. You also have status moves. And even physical moves can sometimes miss. But let's say they use Twin Needle, a physical move on Misdreavus. It's going to be resisted, still not going to be much. But it's still quadrupled in power, which can be nice. Most of the time, Belly Drum in Metronome battles does not work out well. Because either they just refuse to use physical moves, or the opponent is like, oh, they have a lot less health. Let's attack them and take them down. We see a physical move. It is Poison type, which is resisted.
That hurt.
And we did see Misdreavus boosting its own defenses. However, it is still pretty good damage considering. And it's poisoned, so well done, Ludicolo. Would be cool for Ludicolo if it uses Drain Punch next on Spinda. Because that will deal massive damage, it's super effective, and then Ludicolo would regain a lot of its health.
The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested. Skarmory starts to attack.
Aero Blast, that's a big one, same type attack bonus as well. Skarmory's not that great at special moves, so it doesn't deal as much as it would have liked, but big moves like that is what you want to look for. Psycho Boost is a big one, but Skarmory resists that.
But this is not a favorable matchup.
Still, you want to see big moves. Much better to have that than a bunch of things that constrict and bubble. Imprison. Okay, first Imprison in the quarterfinals. However, it is used by a Pokemon that's already used Belly Drum and taken a hit. So it won't take that long, likely anyway, before it's taken down. However, if the other Pokemon just keep attacking Skarmory and maybe whatever comes in after Skarmory, then having both Imprison active and Belly Drum could be massive. This is great for Kasper, because they're going to deal some damage with Struggle, sure, but the recoil will be massive. Mischievous isn't going to even get to attack. It's 5-4. Ludicolo, what can you... Are you going to pull out the Drain Punch like I talked about earlier? No, Glare. You're trying to paralyze something that's already paralyzed. Spinda struggles, and it's on Skarmory. That's what Kasper... No, it isn't Skarmory. Maybe because it's dizzy, it looked like it was walking the other way. Alright. I apologize. Usually I can tell pretty well. It is a lead for Kasper. It is an advantage slightly in HP for even the things that are on the field. Spinda's paralyzed, Belly Drum, and Imprison active. Let's see. Struggle Recoil, I think, will just have Spinda survive if it doesn't take other damage. Minimize, so it's boosted speed, boosted evasiveness on Skarmory. We see Struggle against Ludicolo again. So that's a Belly Drum user out, Imprison ended. However, that recoil damage is still 25% of its max health. So the advantage remains on Kasper's side. One more confirmed Struggle. Hits, which is already something considering the minimize. Really low health on Spinda now. Here comes Altaria. 4 Pokemon remaining each. HP advantage to Kasper, but not by that much. Spinda being paralyzed is going to be nice. So, in a sense, Kasper wants to keep attacking the Lopunny slot to keep that Spinda alive, but nope. Here comes Surf. Resisted by Altaria, won't do that much damage. A little more to Lopunny. Still not that much considering its special attack from Skarmory and spread damage. It's enough to take out Spinda, though. And it's a lead once again for Kasper. This is similar to how we saw the last battle. The first quarterfinal match, AB Ryan versus Mark. It was the player on the left that kept getting a lead, and quickly after it was tied again. But it was when it was 4 against 3 that we saw Perish Song, which changed the game. When we see Yolo Strike's next Pokemon, are one of those Pokemon going to pull out Perish Song? If so, that would be very, very bad for Yolo Strike.
Artillery is sent out. The air in the Coliseum is tense and charged.
So we need lots of things that could potentially poison today. This one does not. Lopunny tries a Lovely Kiss.
Its attack missed.
Alright, what do you got? You got a Thunderbolt for Artillery? No, you get an Arm Thrust for it.
It's being ganged up on.
A couple of moves we've seen 2 or 3 times already. Twin Needle, Arm Thrust we've seen, Transform we saw twice in the last quarterfinals. I mean, look, no manual switching, but based on the rules of the tournament, that's not happening anyway. So effectively, that is useless. Now, Skarmory has been on the field for some time. It lost a lot of its original power points due to Grudge on Nosepass, and has been battling since. It got Lepiberry back up to 10 power points, but I believe Skarmory is super low right now. So if Skarmory survives for just a little longer, it's going to struggle because it's just out of power points. It's a bit quicker than normal. It definitely didn't do 26 metronomes, but Grudge took away a lot of it. Block. No manual switching for Lopunny. I still can't do manual switching. Me, Look, and Block are useless. They're basically Splash in this tournament.
It's being ganged up on.
There are other moves that almost always do nothing, like Spit Up, or swallow, but there's the potential of it doing
both
something.
corners still have a chance to win this.
Hey guys, look at the
Who's
power
going to
points
take
on
the
Skarmory. I was talking about it earlier. Skarmory's at 0. That means they're gonna struggle. So even with its evasiveness, it won't be surviving that many more turns. Skarmory has some good physical attack though, so it'll do some decent damage with the struggles, but I think next turn struggle will take it out if it doesn't get taken out before it. Magic Coat, that might reflect some moves back. Slight advantage Kasper, can they push it? Double team? Alright, Skarmory with its evasiveness isn't going to survive for long, so the evasiveness boosts are now going to Altaria. I see the strategy. Until it's supersonic. That could actually help Skarmory survive for another turn if it hits itself in confusion instead of using struggle, because then the damage probably won't be as big. That could be seen as a positive, could be seen as a negative. The hit comes in, some decent damage to Lopunny. That recoil does take out Skarmory. We are tied again at 3 each.
The move went down. That just goes to show you, you never know what will happen at a Pokemon battle.
Lopunny, what do you got? Grass Nuts. That doesn't do much against a Dragon Flying type.
Matchup.
Blast Burn, there's the big move. And it takes down Lopunny. 3-2 is the score.
And goes down.
It's the lead once again for Kasper. Are we going to see a Forever Lock Discord member in the semi-finals? And therefore, are we going to see them battle against multiple other opponents? Because even if they lose the semi-finals, they still have the bronze match. Will they be fighting for a medal? Here comes Duckworth the Porygon Z. And then Yolo's final Pokemon, Cradily.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next?
Duckworth started Supersonic, which we also just saw. Which again makes me think randomness isn't fully random here. It really is a random seed that picks for maybe a limited amount of moves. That's why I have to reset the RNG before I start doing Metronome recordings. Because it starts on the same random seed each time. I'd be very interested to look into the details of how video games in general, Pokemon more specifically, but especially Battle Revolution, and then maybe also Ultra Sun and Ultimate, because that's likely going to be the next Metronome Tournament on those games. How they decide randomness. How random is the randomness? How do the random seeds work? In the coding, in deciding what moves are available. I'm very interested to learn that. Thin Missile. Octillery goes down a bit more. If Octillery goes down, it's a 3v1. It's always 2v1 on the field. But then there's still one more Pokemon for Kasper in the back. Calm Mind Boost, Special Attack, Special Defense can be good. Lower your HP, the less likely you'll be able to make use of it. But it can help you survive, it can help you deal more damage, and maybe at this point YOLO Swag just needs that luck. They need to have that boost, perhaps. Need to not be hit much, and then be able to make use of the stat boost from Calm Mind, Swords Dance, whatever, to get things done. Kasper will probably want to aim at Octillery to make it a 2v1. Well, 2v1 scenario on the field, 3v1 in total. Alright, we're going to see another Blast Burn. Frenzy Plant. Oh, it's Sweet Kiss. The third Sweet Kiss we've seen today. Diffuse Octillery, allowing Octillery to take itself out, perhaps?
Oh no! It attacked itself!
It's close. Cradily, what are you going to do? You don't have a lot of offensive power. One way Yolosa could have a good shot at winning this is Imprison with Cradily. Considering it has some good physical defense, it has still full HP. It can take many struggles before it goes down. However, with Octillery probably being one, maybe two struggles away, like 2 Kasper struggles away from being defeated, depending on who's actually using it and their attack stats. Cradily will take every other hit, so likely it'll still be enough for Kasper. That's a Fogo, super effective on Cradily. His defense is helping, not quite take half damage, but it's a lot. Focus Blast is big from Altaria. Artillery gets the move, then they hit No, they use high jumping, but they miss.
The kick and hurt itself.
Oh, they crash, but they survive. Still. That's looking worse and worse for YOLO Swag. In the first quarterfinals, chat predicted it'd be Ryan to win. That was correct. Right now, they predicted YOLO Swag to win. It's looking less likely by the turn. We haven't seen one of the big moves. We haven't seen Explosion, Parasong, Imprison in this one. No, we did see Imprison. We saw Imprison with Ludicolo, just didn't last long. Uproar against Octillery. It's not going to do much against Cradily, but it's going to be a little bit of damage for at least another 1 or 2 turns, I believe. And it's a 2v1 scenario on the field for the rest of the battle. Like YOLO Swag has to somehow get through. High HP still a Porygon Z and Altaria, and then there's still a bird in the back. Or at least something that flies. I'm not sure if you can call them all ducks or birds.
Its special defense fell.
Uproar, so sleep strategies are not going to work either. So if Cradle uses Dark Void, that's effectively a skip turn. Uproar, same type attack bonus, but resisted. Still a lot though. Oh, maybe they have adaptability to add some damage. YOLO Swag, are you out of the tournament? One move can end it. Trump card probably is not going to do it, but it adds damage. We saw the damage that Uproar does. Cradily, what kind of magic move do you have? Do you need Ingrain, Recover? Those would be good. Dragon Claw against a dragon, that works. Deals good damage. You need another one of those though. Maybe Blizzard, take out Altaria, freeze the Porygon Z, but the other two do attack before Cradily, and we know that Duckworth is going to deal damage because of Uproar. It's not like they're going to hit Splash or Swords Dance that's eventually going to be useless. Cradily doesn't want to take damage. It's taking damage. One more Uproar and it's done. Altaria is going to finish it with another super effective fighting move. Cradily out. YOLO Swag out. Group B out. Kasper moves on. The Forever Lock remains in the tournament. Altaria did amazing today. And our first semi-final is known. It's going to be Ryan versus Kasper. Before we get to that match, we still have 2 more quarterfinals to get to. Dahlia versus Bongo, and then arguably the biggest match of the tournament in Trevor versus Jared in quarterfinal 4. I'll see you for those matches.